Let's all play What's My Line? And now let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, one of America's favorite entertainers, Henry Morgan.
Hooray! Hooray! Well, sir, I'll thank you to lower your voice. May I introduce a charmer from Charmville, Miss Meredith McRae.
Our next panelist is a very well-known television star who I think has the grooviest ties in show business, Mr. Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Meredith. A pleasure to introduce a lady who's loaded with all kinds of beautiful attributes, charm among them. Here's the charming Arlene Francis.
Thank you. And here is our hero, Wally Bruner.
Boy, there must be a shortage of heroes, but thank you, Arlene.
There are lots of, but you're the best.
Welcome to What's My Line. During the next 30 minutes, you're going to meet some interesting people engaged in the most unusual occupations, which we hope will baffle this panel of experts. And in addition, the panel will meet a mystery celebrity guest just a bit later on. But now, panel, are you ready?
Lay on, Macduff.
Okay, here we go. Will our first challenger enter and sign in, please? Milan. I have seen this costume before. You're from Saigon, you must be.
Yes, sir, you are right.
From Saigon, South Vietnam?
From Saigon, South Vietnam.
All right. Panel, may I tell you that Maya Lan works in Saigon and lives there, where she performs a particular service. She is salaried and does work for the South Vietnamese government. Now let's show the audience just what her line is. May I remind you, it's a service we're after, and let's begin with Henry Morgan.
All righty. I just ran through everything I know about South Vietnam and came up with very little. This thing that you do as a service for which you are paid, ma'am, is it in any way connected with teaching?
Yes.
Ah, but may I have a small conference? Yes, okay. Let me say this, Henry, in clarification, that there is a degree of teaching when she performs this particular service. But if you pursue that particular line of questioning, it will only lead you down the wrong road, because primarily it is something else.
Well, let's put it this way. Would you call yourself, then, an administrator?
No.
No. That's one down. Meredith McRae.
Are you involved mostly with Americans?
Sometimes, but most of the times, yes.
Most of the times, yes. Let's see. Are you then involved with mostly then with American soldiers or GIs?
Yes.
Yes, most of the Americans in Vietnam are soldiers.
Yeah, but mostly with the men rather than the women?
I would say both.
Equally, perhaps.
Equally. Are you kind of a welcoming, on sort of a welcoming, or you are a welcoming committee to maybe the wives of soldiers visiting?
No.
No, that's two down. Gene Rayburn.
Milan, what a pretty name. Is the service you perform one that would normally be done by a man? I mean, would we not associate with the performance of this service by a woman?
May I help you with that one? I think that this is a service that could be provided equally by both a man or a woman. It may more usually be provided by a man, but it isn't that unusual.
Now, are there any things involved? Do you handle anything, or do you use any kind of prop to perform this service?
Yes.
Is it something that is larger than you are?
What do you mean by larger?
Well, come to my dressing room and we'll talk about it.
There is a certain amount of equipment involved in this particular service, yes, which is quite sizable.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Is a chalk and blackboard involved?
No.
3 down. Arlene, 15 seconds.
Do you, the young servicemen that come to you for help or that need your service, are they better off after they have seen you? Does it help them to have seen you?
I think so.
You think so? I'm sure it must, even if you didn't say a word to them. Do you give them something?
Yes.
Does anyone have a guess? I'm sorry, our time is up.
Is it either food, drink, or laundry?
None.
No, I am flipping all the cards. The one question that was missing is, are you in the entertainment business? Because indeed she is. She is a radio disc jockey in Saigon. But you are here in this country to learn more about the radio and television business, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Where are you studying?
I'm studying at NYU on television, radio, and film.
And at WPIX TV, too, I believe, aren't you?
Yes, I plan to work there as a trainee at WPIX.
Well, how did you happen to become a girl disc jockey?
Well, this is the things that I do not expect, that I will end up this way, but I create my own ideas because I do think that the American troops in Vietnam, they do need somebody to help them, to let them know that they are appreciated whatever they do.
And the answer that she gave about teaching is that she does teach a certain amount of Vietnamese on television to American GIs, right?
Yes, that's right.
Correct phrases and pronunciation.
Just to help them, to know some basic Vietnamese phrases so they can better communicate with the people, which will make their tour more pleasant one.
Now, is Maya Lan your real name, or is that...
Well, I would say it's just a stage name, a first name that I take it.
But you have other reasons for doing this.
Yes. First of all, it's easy, especially for the non-Vietnamese speaking, to remember my name. And it's also, I try to... I don't like to bring the subject up because...
Well, let me tell the panel. It's because the Viet Cong has put a price on her head, because apparently she has been so successful operating on the radio stations in South Vietnam. And so there's a bounty on her head, and they have kept her own name and her family name secret so they cannot retaliate against other members of her family for the work she is doing. But thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on.
It's my pleasure.
Would you like to meet the panel? We'll be back to meet another challenger as What's My Line continues.
The taunting. Come on. The finger-pointing. The excitement of Celebrity Family Feud happens weeknights at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
I'm Kleenex Cottonelle, and you're obviously a stickler for clean, so you should know I have new, thicker ripples to leave you feeling fresh, dry, and confidently clean. New Kleenex Cottonelle. When you think of clean, think of me.
This corn remover stays in place, even if you don't. Introducing Band-Aid brand corn remover, specially designed to stay in place better than those conventional corn removers. Stays better to remove your corn. New Band-Aid brand corn remover.
One of the best-kept anti-wrinkle secrets is already in your skin, and now it's in this lotion. New Nivea Visage Q10 Wrinkle Control Lotion with coenzyme Q10. It's guaranteed to reduce the look of wrinkles like never before.
My Joseph loves to paint, so we've been taking these trips for years. But for the last few, it's been hard for him to breathe.
My doctor switched me from an inhaler to a nebulizer.
It's better for him. And Medicare covers both his nebulizer and medication. That saves a lot.
That makes life easier for us.
And we found something else that really makes life easier.
Liberty Home Pharmacy can make life easier for you, too. If you or someone you love uses a nebulizer or inhaler and is covered by Medicare, call this number for more information. Hundreds of thousands nationwide have relied on Liberty for medical supplies and service.
Liberty delivers all his medications right to our door.
They bill Medicare and our insurance company.
There's no upfront cost, no forms to fill out.
If you're 65 or older, have emphysema, chronic bronchitis, or asthma, and are covered by Medicare, Liberty Home Pharmacy can help you, too.
Hungry, Rembrandt?
Everybody's a critic.
Liberty Home Pharmacy, delivering better health.
All new Three's a Crowd. It'll leave you speechless tonight at 9:30 p.m., 1:30 a.m. Eastern, only on Game Show Network.
Olson. Well, let's move on and meet our next challenger. Would you enter and sign in, please? Dr. Robert Pavey. Dr. Pavey, where are you from?
Western Springs, Illinois.
All right, panel, may I tell you that Dr. Robert Pavey is indeed a scientist. He deals with the product. And now let's show the audience just what that product is. May I remind you, please, panel, it's a product we're after, and let's begin with Meredith McRae.
Could I use your product?
I'm afraid no.
Well, let me say this. I think it's physically possible for you to use this product, but under usual circumstances, I doubt if you would.
But I could.
Yes.
Can the product then be used by both men and women?
Yes, it could.
Mm-hmm. You don't, Wally, what did you say, under unusual circumstances?
Under usual circumstances, you would not use
this
product.
But I could, Can I, is the product, can I hold it in my hand?
Yes.
Is it larger than a bread box?
No.
That's one down. Gene Rayburn.
Would it help me to find out what Dr. Pavey is a doctor of?
Perhaps.
All
Not
right.
necessarily, but
No.
perhaps.
Yeah. Would it help me to... Would it be more fruitful for me to pursue to find out what this product is?
I think so. Don't
you, Dr. Pavey? I think so, too.
All right, I'll do that.
It's a fruity product.
Is this product, is it a solid product rather than a liquid?
Yes.
And it is a manufactured product.
Right.
And is it manufactured partly of plastics?
No.
May I clarify this? That's two down. And say that manufactured might not be really the correct term, but we gave you a yes on the particular basis. Arlene?
Well, if it isn't the correct term, then it isn't a good yes. I mean, do you mean that
It's sort of manufactured.
Oh, it's kind of thrown together, huh?
Not really, no. I wouldn't say that, would
I'm
you,
afraid
Dr.
not.
Well, all right, this product. Is it a product that one might possibly find in a store?
No.
That's three down. Henry.
That's fascinating. Now, this is not a question, but, Doctor, did you invent this process or whatever it is?
No, I did not.
Well, it's not a question, so...
What do you call it?
Well, no, that was personal information.
Oh, personal? All right.
See, like, I'd ask him on the sidewalk.
Okay.
Not here.
Now,
no.
I ask a question.
Yes. Since this is not really manufactured, is it composed of something that grows or is found in the ground?
Partly.
Well, it's the old animal, vegetable, mineral thing, isn't it?
That's a pretty good description of it, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All three, eh? Does it help people?
Yes.
Does it help them by something it gives them?
Yes.
Is it edible?
Yes.
Say, And if you don't manufacture it, then you grow it and you package it. Is that true?
Partly correct, yes.
Well, you package it? I'll go for package or put together.
I think the good word here would be processed.
Right. Process it. Oh, would it help me to go back to the soil and find out what grows and go from there? No.
No, that's 4 down, Meredith McRae. Time is up. Does anyone have a guess? I'm sorry, Henry.
No.
Take a wild.
He's an avocado farmer.
Now, let me tell you that Dr. Pavey's product is space food, the type that is used by the Apollo astronauts. But Dr. Pavey, and I will tell you, he has a PhD in nutrition. And he is Director of Special Foods Research for Swift & Company of Chicago, Illinois. And you have some pretty interesting things to show us, I think, don't you?
I think they are, yes.
All right, may we take a look? This is a type of food that the astronauts carry with them when they're suddenly hurtled into space. And what is this one we have here, Doctor?
Well, this is the new spoon consumable pouch in which spaghetti and meat sauce is packaged in.
Now, this is spaghetti and meat sauce?
Yes, it is. The astronaut would simply cut this end of the pouch open and insert the water with his water gun as he has in the past. But after the water has been added and the product is rehydrated, he simply cuts the other end of the pouch open, opens the pouch, and eats with a spoon.
And that means he doesn't have to use that tube anymore.
That's correct.
Squish it in his mouth with the tube.
This has opened the door to a whole new concept of space feeding.
I think it's interesting, too, you know, one of the reasons they like to make it so small is that it takes 100 pounds of rocket thrust to lift 1 pound of bacon into orbit. So this is one of the reasons that they try to, I assume, make the food more lighter, isn't it? Less bulky.
Doctor, in the weightless condition inside a capsule, how does the food stay on the spoon?
Yeah. It sticks to it. The sticking forces are greater than the forces of inertia, which would drive it away from the spoon.
Is all this food made sticky?
Not necessarily. Water would do the same.
All right, but you also have some bite-sized things, which are new. But rather than really go into detail on the bite-sized things, Doctor, because of time, we are going to go into a little experiment that we have. And in order to do this little experiment, we need the assistance of that noble, handsome, charming, debonair, world-famous announcer, Johnny Olson. Are you there, John? Now, panel, please do not touch anything until I give you the word. We're going to ask you to taste these small cubes one at a time and tell us what food you think they are. But first, I think Dr. Pavey better explain something to you.
The size that is provided for you is what we consider bite size. However, you might find it to be larger than you would like to eat all of, so I suggest you bite off a corner. Secondly, it may take a little time for the flavor to come out, for the saliva to rehydrate it so you get the full flavor of it.
Okay, let's try.
Okay,
let's taste cube number 1.
Johnny, you serve from the right and take from the left.
And if you have any idea of what it is, sound off.
I was going to say dog food. I think that's probably right.
Meatloaf.
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 Henry?
Boy, it's pretty
There's
bad
some
stuff,
chicken
I'll
in
tell
it,
you
I
that.
think.
No
Doctor?
wonder they came back.
Okay.
I'd say liverwurst.
Barbecue beef.
Barbecued beef.
All right, let's try the next one.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, those poor astronauts.
It looks like it'd be
Bacon.
Bacon.
Bacon and something else.
Absolutely right. Let's try number 3.
What is that?
Chicken of some kind?
That's right.
Correct.
It's cream chicken.
Cream chicken.
So, you know, if you want to go to the moon, plan on a diet like this. Doctor, I'm sorry, I'd like to discuss this with you a bit more.
Very interesting.
Our time is up. Thank you so much for joining us on What's My Line.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. What's My Line will continue right after this word.
Get more from the web, folks. Sign up for MSN Internet Access.
Lead with your offer. It's big.
Your first 6 months free when you sign up for a year of unlimited MSN Internet Access.
Go get them, man.
Smarter searching lets everybody find exactly what they're looking for. Feeling good.
Come on.
Hey, Get MSN eShop. A spectacular feature. Makes comparing products and prices so easy. Call 1-800-FREE-MSN today.
She's nibbling. Go on now.
With MSN Money Central, you can pay bills online, manage all your finances in one place.
Bring it on now.
Are you tired of busy signals and disconnects? You know you are. If you're not, then you're lying to yourself. 6 months MSN free. Sign up now or you'll miss out and you'll be really, really sad.
On second thought, you better stick to the script.
Sign up for a year and get your first 6 months free. Call today, 1-800-FREE-MSN.
Hamburger stackers from Vlasic. Bigger pickle, now better crunch.
Caress fragranced body washes. They do more than silken skin. Their fragrances seduce your senses. They're completely transforming. Now that really changes things. Caress fragranced body washes.
Hello.
That's funny. I didn't order a pizza.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Dude, you gonna cut that or what?
For fresh baked pizza at home, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Imagine pouring acid down your throat. Chronic heartburn isn't much different. Stomach acid backs up into the esophagus, and it burns. New studies show chronic untreated heartburn can make your cells precancerous. Ignore your heartburn rather than treat it, and your long-term risk of cancer increases. If you have heartburn 2 or more times a week, see your doctor now to avoid serious long-term complications. Most can get complete symptom relief.
For free heartburn information, call the American College of Gastroenterology at 1-800-HRT-BURN and see your doctor.
The highs and lows of card sharks tonight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern on Game Show Network.
And once again, we have reached that very special part of What's My Line, the time we meet our mystery guest. Blindfold time for the panel.
Oh, yes, of course.
Are the blindfolds in place, panel?
Yes.
All right, so will our next mystery challenger enter and sign in, please? All right, panel, may I remind you, please, that it is one question at a time. I'll give you 2 minutes to try and establish the identity of our mystery guest. And let's begin with Arlene.
Thank you, Wally. Are you primarily known for your work in the theater?
Nope.
That's a no. Henry.
Are you known for your work in television?
I'd say partly. But not primarily. Meredith.
Are you then also known for work in motion pictures?
Nope.
Gene Rayburn.
Are you a leading man type?
Well, it all depends on how you take that, but in the sense you ask, I think I'd have to say no. Arlene?
Well, are you a singer?
Nope.
Henry.
Are you an author?
Nope.
Meredith.
Are you a comedian?
Nope.
Gene.
Are you known to me personally? Okay.
Nope. Nope. Arlene.
Are you a sports figure?
Yep.
Oh.
Henry, 15 seconds.
Is it golf?
Nope.
Meredith.
Frank Gifford?
Nope.
Gene.
Are you connected with baseball?
Nope.
Arlene.
Football?
Nope.
Henry.
Tennis.
Nope.
Swimming.
Take off your blindfolds and meet Muhammad Ali.
Very good with the voice there.
When are you going to put the gloves back on, champ?
Oh, I really don't know. It's got a lot to do with my draft trial.
I would like to say I was on the show once, and they caught me real quick.
Yeah.
I think,
I remember that time. You were hardly on at all. We got you.
Well, you disguised your voice very well this time.
It was great.
But you do hope to get back in the ring?
well, we never can tell. I'd rather not make any commitments until all of my problems over, and then I'll probably just make a decision then and announce it.
Are you in shape?
Not really for...
Nope.
I felt his arm backstage, just before he walked out to be the mystery guest. And if this isn't shape, I don't know what shape is. he feels pretty solid right now. In fact, I bet you could go on pretty short notice.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you keep working out, though, Muhammad?
Just a little road work, running around the parks to keep my waist, I would say my weight down, but not really for real combat fighting.
Well, we're so delighted you could take time out from your schedule and join us here, and we're delighted to have you on What's My Line. Thank you so much, Muhammad Ali. What's My Line will continue right after this word.
A bumper stumper stumper.
Tired Phil. Tired TYR.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Game Show Network.
Feminine itching, painful irritation. Now there's Vagisil Cream with skin-soothing vitamins E, A, and D. Vagisil stops itching fast, and the relief lasts. Vagisil, a better understanding of better intimate care.
Moms don't like to talk about menopause, so maybe your mom never told you.
But you feel physical and psychological changes long before menopause. Try Estroven to help balance hormones naturally, gently,
safely. Don't wait till menopause to get Estroven.
Make your kitchen as fresh as a country garden. Your bathroom as fresh as a tropical rainforest. And your living room as fresh as a natural spring. Glade Plug-in's Extra Outlet Air Freshener has the extra outlet built right in. Plug into freshness without blocking your outlets. Plug-in's Extra Outlet, fresh from Glade, S.C. Johnson Wax.
Plug it in, plug it in.
When my daughter, Janie, went off to college, it was hard on the whole family. Especially CJ. They were so close. Now Janie lives across the country, but with MCI 5 cents every day, we can talk like she's still at home. With MCI, our long-distance calls are just 5 cents a minute every evening and all weekend long, and only 7 cents a minute the rest of the time.
Hello? Janie?
It's Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Call now to sign up for MCI 5 cents every day and get a low 5 cents a minute rate every evening and all weekend long, and just 7 cents the rest of the time, so you can save every day.
Listen, CJ really misses you.
Oh, I miss him too. Let me talk to him.
Okay, here he is.
CJ? How you doing, boy?
Call 1-800-298-0705 today to sign up and get 120 minutes of free calls when you pay with a credit card.
And now, panel, it's time for honest answers to questions submitted by the studio audience. From Mrs. Russell Ferkel of Rock Island, Illinois, to Henry Morgan. All right, you ready, Henry? You are such a handsome man.
Who's this from?
Mrs. Russell Ferkel.
Oh,
you are
darn.
such a handsome man. How do you manage to stay single?
It ain't easy, of course. But by a lot of concentration and what we call penuriousness. I don't spend any money on ladies. They spend it on me, and this keeps us separate. I don't know what I'm talking about.
So here's one to Gene Rayburn. What did you want to be when you were a kid? In 15 seconds.
A millionaire.
How are you doing?
Never make it.
Thank you for your honest answers. Well, that's it for another day. Won't you join us tomorrow for What's My Line?
You want drama? Watch this game show, The $100,000 Pyramid with Dick Clark, today at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, only on Game Show Network. Time to register to play our interactive game shows. Call 1-800-537-GAME. It's fast, it's fun, and it's free. You only have to register once to play forever on Game Show Network.